Welcome to today's deep dive. Our mission today is to kind of demystify the invisible, heavy-duty commercial AV hardware that basically saves our public spaces from descending into total cable chaos.
Right, the stuff you never see but always rely on.
Exactly. And we are pulling directly from some technical spec sheets from HDTV Supply today. Specifically, we're looking at an Intelix Wallplate and their Wolfpack matrix switchers.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating hardware once you dig into it.
So put yourself in this scenario. You walk into a massive sports bar on a Saturday afternoon. There are like 16 TVs on the walls, and somehow 16 different games are playing flawlessly.
It's impressive.
Or, think about a slick corporate boardroom where a 4K presentation just works the exact second a laptop is plugged in. No hunting for inputs, no tangled wires. How does that flawless routing actually happen?
Well, it really all starts right at the wall with the front-end user experience. Take the Intelix AS-1H1DP-WP-B, I know, catchy name.
Yeah, rolls right off the tongue.
Right. But from the outside, it looks like just your standard two-gang wall plate. But internally, it actually functions as this auto-switching brain.
Wait, but how does it actually know to switch? I mean, I'm assuming it isn't magic.
No magic involved. It really comes down to just basic electrical sensing. When you plug in an HDMI or DisplayPort cable, the wall plate is physically detecting the voltage on the 5-volt hot plug detect pin.
Oh, okay.
So the moment it senses that active voltage, it drops the previous connection and just instantly routes the new active video to the display.
Okay, so it's essentially a tripwire. The second the laptop hits that 5-volt line, the system just reacts without anyone needing to hunt around for a remote.
Exactly. But the real bottleneck here isn't just switching the signal, it's the distance. Standard HDMI cables max out and start degrading after about...
What, like 25 to 50 feet?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is completely useless in a large commercial space.
Totally useless.
Yeah.
And that is why this Intelix unit utilizes an HDBaseT output. It takes that massive pipeline of uncompressed 4K video and packetizes the data so it can travel over standard, really inexpensive Cat5 or Cat6 Ethernet cables.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it pushes that pristine video up to 70 meters, or like 229 feet, away to the display.
Wait, really? If a cheap Cat6 Ethernet cable is so great at carrying uncompressed 4K video over 200 feet, why do we even manufacture expensive, long-run HDMI cables anymore?
That's a great question. It's because native HDMI and Ethernet speak completely different languages. An HDMI cable relies on these really delicate parallel data streams that easily fall out of sync over a long distance.
Ah, I see.
So HDBaseT acts as a powerful translator. It takes those parallel streams and mathematically encodes them into Ethernet packets that can actually survive the long journey.
Right.
And then it decodes them back to HDMI behind the TV. And it does all this while utilizing a highly efficient power management system. It literally drops the unit into a low-power sleep state after 30 minutes of inactivity.
Okay, so managing data for a single boardroom display makes total sense now. But escalating that data routing brings us back to the sports bar scenario.
Right, 16 TVs.
Yeah. If you have 16 TVs, you can't just throw a massive 1x16 distribution amp behind the bar, right?
Yep.
Because you would instantly run into ED handshake failures, or HDCP copyright protection would just blank out half your screens.
Precisely. If one cable box tries to digitally authenticate with 16 different displays simultaneously, the whole data chain just collapses.
Right.
And that is the exact problem a Wolfpack Fix 16x16 HDMI matrix switcher is engineered to solve. It doesn't just clone a signal, It establishes dedicated internal cross-point routing.
So I picture that like a massive automated railroad switchyard. Like the tracks are dynamically aligning in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
It allows 16 different trains or video inputs to route to 16 different destinations completely independently without any of them ever having to stop or cross paths.
That is a perfect way to visualize it. The matrix handles those complex EDI handshakes individually for every single input and output connection.
Wow.
Yeah, it allows literally any combination of routing, all happening at the exact same time within a single chassis.
Yeah.
And rather than physically moving cables around behind a rack, the entire switchyard is controlled via a free mobile app, a web GUI, or even standard RS-232 serial commands.
Which easily integrate with robust automation systems.
Exactly.
So the next time you are out watching a game or giving a big presentation and the tech flawlessly accommodates you, you will know about the immense, invisible cross-point routing and packetized video running right inside the walls.
You definitely stop taking those seamless transitions for granted once you understand the sheer volume of data being managed behind the drywall.
Oh, for sure. But before we wrap up today, here is something to ponder the next time you look up at a giant wall of screens. As video resolutions continue to push toward 8K and beyond, requiring just exponentially larger amounts of data, will our demand for flawless, zero-latency video keep us forever tethered to these physical Ethernet cables and hardwired matrix boxes?
That's the big question.
Right. Or is a completely wireless, cloud-based AV routing future inevitable? Something to think about.